Today we're going to watch Whoopi Goldberg being humiliated, destroyed. Don't mind me. We're going to watch this video from Huberts Perspective. It's titled "The Views Whoopi Goldberg Destroyed by Coulter in Heated Debate." What's the debate? What's this debate about? We're going to be finding out in today's video. Before we dive into the video, I'm Oge. Welcome to the channel. If it's your first time seeing my beautiful face, you're welcome. Good to have you here. Do well to like this video. I'm sure you enjoy it, so just like it, subscribe, smash the red subscribe button, and turn on post subscription bell so you get notified anytime I drop a new video. And then drop in the comment section what you think about this debate, and let's just dive straight into the video.
Because you had millions of white people watching with the equivalent of what in New York we used to refer to as the Brooklyn juries, who simply would not convict even guilty black criminals, not innocent black
Hold up,
criminals.
Ms. Coulter. Please stop. Please stop. If you're going to talk about race, at least know what you're talking about.
Okay.
At least know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Well, tell me how much you know about being black.
Wow. So how about you tell us about being white? You can, Whoopi. It's so frustrating to see these women turn every damn thing into racism. You see, the true racists look for racism everywhere. And when they can't find it, they'll make it up, just like Whoopi.
I need you to tell me what you're trying to say in this book. Because we don't know what you're trying to say.
What I'm trying to say is race mongering has been very bad for America. Liberals use it to promote causes that have nothing to do with blacks and in fact harm blacks. And that excellent lead-in you just gave about OJ, I mean, I think that was the moment, having lived near New York City in the 70s and 80s, which was the golden era. It was like Trayvon Martin and Duke lacrosse case every day. With the OJ verdict, white America said, that's it, the white guilt bank is shut down, and that ended up being the best thing that ever happened to black Americans.
What are you talking about?
I meant that no longer...
Being acquitted was good for who?
Yes, because you had millions of white people watching with the equivalent of what in New York we used to refer to as the Brooklyn juries, who simply would not convict even guilty black criminals, not innocent black
Hold up,
criminals.
Ms. Coulter. Please stop. Please stop. If you're going to talk about race, at least know what you're talking about. At least know what you're talking about. Well, tell me how much you know about being black.
Well, this isn't about being black.
Well, but you just said, you just made all these statements about how black people feel. Tell me how you know that. Yeah, you did.
This is not a book about black people. It is a book
But this is not about black people.
I do know, and this is a fact, that once for years, Republican policies on crime and welfare, for example, were called racist. When they finally got implemented, after the OJ verdict, I might add, by crime Giuliani in New York, Reagan and Bush judges overall, tens of thousands of black lives were saved. That is a fact. I don't have to know about being black, but I know because you're to be dead.
Your facts are just a little shaky. I mean, you're saying that because black people, because liberals are what? Because liberals have abandoned black people now because. What? I don't get it. I don't understand.
I don't think liberals ever cared about black people. I mean, 5 minutes after the Civil Rights Act of '64, they start calling everything that has nothing to do with black people a civil rights issue.
Wait a second.
Abortion on demand, homeless rights.
So are you saying that liberals don't care about black people? Then are you saying Republicans embrace us in a warm, fuzzy...
Try to. We're not embraced back. But yeah, we try to.
So wait a minute. So the Southern strategy was a white liberal thing? No, it was a Republican thing.
No.
And also, Newt Gingrich calls President Obama the food stamp president. That's not racist?
Chapter.
Wait a second.
Do you really think that was... Do you believe it was racist for Newt to say that the president is a food stamp president?
Well, he wouldn't say it
that?
If we could just skip, I'm not a big fan of Newt, so if we could just skip that for a second and get to the Southern strategy.
Yeah.
Because I've specifically disproved it. It's an absolutely liberal folklore. Republicans were winning the South since 1920. It was the outer states of the South. It was Texas, Tennessee, Kentucky, Virginia.
Voting. What are you talking about? We weren't allowed
Who
to
was
vote.
trying to get them to vote? Republicans were.
Yeah,
and the first black congressmen were all Republicans. And the first black governor was a Republican.
You're talking about way.
This is out of order. Isn't it crazy how Whoopi has endless opinions about white people, but the moment a white person dares to share an opinion about black people, it's suddenly a problem. It's honestly disappointing when race gets used as a shield to shut down someone else's opinion. Whoopi's whole vibe seemed more about silencing than discussing the problem. You see, Ann came in with facts, and at the end of the day, facts should matter more than race baiting. And is it me, or does it feel like the View's audience is filled with paid actors clapping like robots every time Whoopi opens her damn mouth? Now maybe they shouldn't invite a woman who's clearly smarter than all of them combined. Ann came in sharp, and they just couldn't handle it. But hey, that's just my opinion. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comments below. And if you want to see Joy try to humiliate this Trump supporter, you wouldn't want to miss this video.
There's one woman up there who's a Trump supporter. Stand up and show yourself. There she is.
Don't make her feel bad.
She wants to be seen. She's clapping when we're talking about Trump, and I think.
What's wrong with Joy? Anyway, if you're not a Joy supporter, if you're not a Trump supporter, you shouldn't be in the gathering of Kamala supporters, right? What are you doing in that gathering, right? Yeah. So what do you guys think about that interview with Ann? With Ann Coulter? I feel like she came in with facts to talk about her book. She came in to talk about black people and how, just how she has an opinion about black people, and she came in with facts. And I think a book she wrote, I think. But I feel like Whoopi has, she chooses every opportunity she gets to use race as, I don't know the word now, but I just feel like she was just going out of point, and Ann was clearly smarter than four of them put together. And I also do not like the fact that when they invite guests to their shows, it feels like a gang up. See the way they were all attacking her with questions and questions and questions. She had to close one question down to answer another. It should be orderly. It was out of order. It should be orderly. Whoopi was coming, Sonny was coming, Joy was coming, the other woman was coming. They were just attacking her with questions, and there is no way she'll be focused on what she wants to even talk about. It's just usually out of order. If they invite somebody and the person clearly has a different opinion from them, I mean, we know the trend and we know what they do, but I just feel like the right thing is allow this person, maybe it's usually against, I mean, when they bring, then you should know the kind of people you bring. If you don't want somebody to disrupt what you guys believe in and what you've been asked to talk about on your show, then don't invite them. But inviting someone who's clearly smarter than you, who has a different opinion from you guys, is usually very chaotic. This was actually very chaotic. But I love you guys to let us know what you think about this video. If you guys agree with what the commenter talked about in this video, let's know. If you agree with him, what are your opinions, observations, additions about what Ann was talking about, and the questions will be asked? What are your opinions and your additions to these questions? Do well to like this video if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you haven't, turn on post notification bell if you haven't, and drop in the comment sections your thoughts and opinions. Okay, I'll see you in my next episode. Bye bye.